Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand, and work whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Our only limitations are those we set up in our own minds. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. A genius is simply one who has taken full possession of his own mind and directed it toward objectives of his own choosing, without permitting outside influences to discourage or mislead him. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. The starting point of all achievement is desire. Keep this constantly in mind. Weak desire brings weak results, just as a small fire makes a small amount of heat. Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. Set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Procrastination is the bad habit of putting off until the day after tomorrow what should have been done the day before yesterday. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. If you are not learning while you're earning, you are cheating yourself out of the better portion of your compensation. When you are able to maintain your own highest standards of integrity, regardless of what others may do, you are destined for greatness. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. Patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. First comes thought, then organization of that thought into ideas and plans, then transformation of those plans into reality. The beginning, as you will observe, is in your imagination. More gold had been mined from the mind of men than the earth. Happiness is found in doing, not merely possessing. You may be hurt if you love too much, but you will live in misery if you love too little. Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do. Simply, self-discipline enables you to think first and act afterward. Focus on the possibilities for success, not on the potential for failure. Start going the extra mile and opportunity will follow you. Life is a game board. Time is your opponent. If you procrastinate, you will lose the game. You must make a move to be victorious. Time is valuable, and when it is gone, it is gone. Time is wealth, and unlike money, when it is gone, you cannot replace it. Great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice, and is never the result of selfishness. Control your own mind, and you may never be controlled by the mind of another. You can be anything you want to be, if only you believe with sufficient conviction and act in accordance with your faith. For whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Achieve self-mastery over your thoughts, and constantly direct them toward your goals and objectives. Learn to focus your attention on the goals that you want to achieve and on finding ways to achieve those goals. Think twice before you speak, because your words and influence will plant the seed of either success or failure in the mind of another. Success is good at any age, but the sooner you find it, the longer you will enjoy it. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Focus on the possibilities for success, not on the potential for failure. Life is a game board. Time is your opponent. If you procrastinate, you will lose the game. You must make a move to be victorious. A genius is simply one who has taken full possession of his own mind and directed it toward objectives of his own choosing, without permitting outside influences to discourage or mislead him. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Perhaps we shall learn, as we pass through this age, that the other self is more powerful than the physical self we see when we look into a mirror. Any ideas, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind through repetition of thought. Most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. There are no limitations to the mind, except those that we acknowledge. Those who succeed in an outstanding way seldom do so before the age of 40. More often, they do not strike their real pace until they are well beyond the age of 50. Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. This is the equivalent of saying deeds, and not words, are what count most. Remember that it is not the lawyer who knows the most law, but the one who best prepares his case, who wins. Awake, arise, and assert yourself, you dreamers of the world. Your star is now in ascendancy. Remember that your dominating thoughts attract, through a definite law of nature, by the shortest and most convenient route, their physical counterpart. Be careful what your thoughts dwell upon. The world has the habit of making room for the man whose words and actions show that he knows where he is going. Success in life depends upon happiness, and happiness is found in no other way than through service that is rendered in a spirit of love. If you are ready for the secret, you already possess one half of it, therefore, you will readily recognize the other half the moment it reaches your mind. Successful men become successful only because they acquire the habit of thinking in terms of success. Anything you do to and for another person, you do it to and for yourself. War grows out of desire of the individual to gain advantage at the expense of his fellow man. Every great leader of the past, whose record I have examined, was beset by difficulties and met with temporary defeat before arriving. It takes half your life before you discover life is a do-it-yourself project. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success.